Do, 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 do. Yeah. Take my gum out of my mouth. Take my gum out of my mouth. 'Cause I got a live stream. Yeah. I got a live stream right now. Yeah. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah. You can ask me anything. Yeah. I got my coconut water. Yeah. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah. Crafts DIY. Hi. Live. Ask me anything you like. Type. The Beast. I like that. I like that name. Hey, man. How's it going? Right now it is, today is Thursday. Let me check the time. It's 2:28. 2:28 right now here in Vancouver. Emmanuel. Oh, hello, Justin. Hello. Laggy, yeah. I need to figure out how to fix this lag. I'm using Restream, and I've connected it to my YouTube live stream and my Twitch live stream. And I have no idea why it's laggy. Laggy chop chop chop. How's the audio though? The audio should be coming out crisp, like podcast crisp. Okay, I made sure of that. Because of this guy, I can talk like this. Very intimate. Let me know down below. Justin, my Korean girlfriend is jealous again. Korean girls are always jealous no matter what you do, okay? If you spend time on your laptop, they get jealous. If you go outside of the house, they get jealous. If they see you within the vicinity of another woman, they get jealous. I'll give you an example. One of my ex-girlfriends got jealous because I was hanging around my mom too much. She was so insecure that she was just jealous because, and she had a temper tantrum too. She had a fit. All because I was hanging around my mom more than her. Can you get that? Does that make sense to you? Women, Korean women especially, very insecure. I'm just learning how to swim. How can I get back to the x-axis? Went on deep water. X? Deep water? But the important thing is I can hear you clearly. Good! Thank goodness you can hear me. By the way, you can see right here I have my let me see, where's my hand going? Find it! Come on! Come on, buddy. Come on. No, it's not there. It's over here. Fuck. Do you see this pink stuff? Where's my hand going? This is a totally opposite reflection. This is deja vu. No, it's not like that. No, it's not like that. It's like that. Yeah. No, lower. Come on, Justin, you can do it. Okay, I see it. Okay, I'm pointing. I got it. These are my links that you can click on right now. Well, you can't click on it, actually. I just typed it in. So you can find me right now on twitch.tv juicy1. Okay? I'm trying to grow my Twitch, guys, so please support me. Subscribe to my Twitch, okay? I'm going to post every week for you guys, okay? On Twitch. You can follow me on twitter.com just604, but I rarely use Twitter because I don't really like Twitter. I think when I see Twitter, I just see people bitching and complaining on Twitter and starting just like unnecessary drama. But for updates and stuff, I'll probably have to use it for you guys. And then there's my Instagram, which I don't really use lately. Super Juicy Justin. You can follow me on Instagram. I need to get back into my Instagram game because I don't know. I used Instagram and I just got bored of it because I don't know. I just don't like posting any more pictures about food or where I travel or my face or my selfie. I mean, come on. Are you guys bored of seeing me? I mean, like pictures of me? I mean, I'd rather like see interesting, I don't know. I just don't know what kind of pictures to post. If you have any ideas for what kind of pictures you want to see on my Instagram, let me know, okay? And I will try to post more often on Instagram and Twitter. But Twitter, yeah, I'll try to get some updates for you guys. What's up, brah? Brah? I'm not wearing a bra. I get tired real quick when I tread or swim. Is there anything I can do? Okay. These are two questions, so I'll answer one first. When you get tired, that's normal because swimming requires a lot of energy in the beginning, okay? I kind of like equate swimming to like having a seizure, okay? If you've ever seen someone close to you have a seizure before, it just knocks all their energy out of them, okay? And then they just like drop dead because they're exhausted, okay? Swimming requires a lot of energy and a lot of stamina, a lot of patience. It's not like any other sport because when you play soccer, you have rest periods. Like you can just walk around the field, okay? You have moments of sprinting, you have moments of jogging, but you can rest, right? And you pass the ball around and not everybody has access to the ball at one time, right? So you take breaks. But swimming, you're on your own. You swim, you keep swimming until you're tired. And then when you're tired, you just grab the wall and rest. So you got to build up that endurance. Just like when you start running on the treadmill, you know, you can't run for like an hour straight. And when you just started, no, you got to build up that tolerance. You got to build up that endurance. And it's going to take several sessions to get there. So what do? I swim for like nonstop as much as I can. Say if it's like 5 minutes and then I drop dead. Then I grab the wall, relax, breathe, drink a swig of water like this. Drink some water. Go at it again. Keep going until I'm out of energy and then grab the wall, relax, reflect, go to the steam room, reflect. And then once I get my second wind, I go at it again. Okay, that's how you build your tolerance. As for like energy, I recommend just eating a banana before you go for a swim. Don't eat any heavy carbs. Don't eat any potatoes or french fries or bread or any of that shit. Eat that shit after you swim because you will be hungry, okay? Swimmers are really hungry after they swim. That's a fact. I want to swim like a dolphin, but I drown in shallow water. Okay. If you wanted to swim like a dolphin, the closest thing you can do is to wear a wetsuit, because that will make your skin into rubber, and then wear a swim cap, and then put a fin on your back, put some fins on your hands, and go, and there you go, you're a dolphin. Woohoo! I suck at freestyle. Do you have any tips? Kayla Cap. Freestyle. Everybody sucks at freestyle, okay? Nobody wants to admit it, that they suck at freestyle. Even like veterans, they don't want to admit that they suck. Everybody has a flaw. Everybody has a weakness when it comes to freestyle, okay? You know why? Because none of us can see what we're doing when we're doing it. You need a third eye. You need a camera filming you. You need an unbiased eye. And so many instructors, they give you like mixed messages and like, you got to do this, you got to do that. You know, it confuses the student. All right? So in the beginning, I recommend take your smartphone, give it to a Patreon that's walking by, or ask a friend. Just hold your smartphone, hit the record button, and just film yourself doing a freestyle and see what you need to work on it. You just study that footage of yourself again and again and again and again and again and again. And just like try to break down, how can I get better? What do I need to work on first? All right? If I had to rebuild my house from the ground up, okay? And everybody's different. Everybody has flaws. My freestyle is not perfect. Nobody's freestyle is perfect. If you ask like the most competitive swimmers out there, they all find weaknesses and flaws in their swimming all the time. There's always something that they need to work on, okay? It's a never-ending chase. So, for example, for me, when I look at footage of myself swimming, I think to myself, my God, I move like a slug in the water. Because I'm so used to, and you're used to seeing so much of this footage of competitive, skinny, tall competitive swimmers, lanky competitive swimmers, 6 foot and above tall, doing like Olympic swims, and they look fast. They fly on the water. They look light as a feather. But me, come on, look at me. I have too much muscle on me. I have too much muscle mass, and it shows. I move like a gorilla swimming in the water. Okay, it's not fun to look at myself swimming. Seriously, for you guys, it's probably looks cool. Like, oh wow, Justin looks cool. Like, and all that video editing and that music in the background. Ooh, bling bling, right? But I look at my footage and I'm like, oh my god, I look like a gorilla in the water. Come on, move faster, Justin. So that's why I'd say film yourself. I really like singing. I just don't know how to make my voice better or accomplish my goal. What is your goal? Everybody has a different kind of goal when it comes to singing. I mean, do you want to be a singer-songwriter? Do you want to sing in your choir? Do you want to perform in a band as a lead singer? What is your goal? By the way, you heard the news about the Cranberries' lead singer, Dolores. She has a great voice. She doesn't have a technical voice, but she's got a very unique voice, and I've always liked her voice. Like, I remember when I bought that CD, that Cranberries CD, No Need to Argue, and it had Zombie on it. And I used to watch that on MTV or Much Music in Canada here. I would watch that music video all the time. Like, every time it was on, I would watch Zombie and Ode to My Family. It was just a great song. Hey, Justin, I just wanted to say you're doing fantastic with your channel. Keep pushing yourself, and I hope you have a great year. Oh, thank you. You too. As you know, I'm trying to do a 30-day challenge and posting a video every day for you guys, or like making myself available to you guys every day, because it's a good challenge for me. It keeps me active. It helps me to stay focused. I think that, like posting once a week or once every 2 weeks, it gets makes you lazier. It's just like going to the gym. You got to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. Okay, so for me, filming every day, making videos for you guys every day, it's hard work. But I've learned a lot, and I'm going to give you my recap after 30 days or what I've learned throughout this process. Thanks for the tips. Greetings from South Africa by the smiley face. Oh, South Africa. How's South Africa, by the way? I saw Casey Neistat's latest video where he took his family on a trip to Cape Town in South Africa. And, the thing about South Africa is the YouTuber Serpent ZA. By the way, check him out. He's a great guy. He talks about China a lot because he's based in China. He's lived there most of his life. And so his background is South Africa. So he was born there, and yeah. It's very interesting how he talks about his hometown. Like, it's very, yeah, wow, wild. Wilder than China, okay? If you don't believe me, just watch his videos. Hi, Justin, can you cry underwater? I don't know. Let me try. First, you cut some onions. You smother it into your eyeballs. And then you go kaplunk into the water. And then you start crying. Singer or songwriter for sure. I love instruments and music. Okay, here's my tip for you, okay? Just do it. Sing and stop worrying about the technical shit. Because, my God, I remember when I was starting off, first of all, I'll give you my backstory. I started off as a guitarist, okay? I didn't have any desire to be a singer-songwriter. I just wanted to play my guitar. Before the guitar, I was in my church choir, okay? School choir, okay? So, I don't know why I was in that, by the way. Those songs sucked. Christian songs, Catholic songs. Jesus is good. Jesus is good. Jesus is good. Oh, so good to us. I'm like, we sang those songs, okay? I don't know why. God, it's just, it's burned in my head, these Christian songs. So, I sang in a church choir when I was a kid. But did I have like passion singing these songs? No, as you can tell, no, I didn't like it at all. And then I found the guitar, the electric guitar, through a friend, and I was, holy shit, this is cool. Man, this is cool. Then, right? But now, nobody plays the electric guitar. No. Everyone wants to play the acoustic guitar, be like Ed Sheeran now. So it's kind of funny. Like, I started with acoustic guitar. Everyone was like, no, you gotta be electric guitar, man. You gotta be like Van Halen or like Jimi Hendrix or like Eric Clapton. I'm like, yeah. I don't like this. Like, turning on an electric amp and then getting shocked by, the patch cord and then it'd be like, it's too loud. I remember me and my friend, we had both had Stratocasters and electric mini amps, and we practiced in my garage after school. And I remember we were just jamming, and then our neighbor banged on the garage door and says, you guys are way too loud. Shut it off. I'm like, I looked at my friend. Okay, shut it off. Not a good start to the electric guitar. So, yeah, I mean, what can I say? Start off with acoustic. No shame in that. I like acoustic. You can play acoustic anywhere, and you can please a lot of girls. Girls love acoustic. Electric guitar, girls go like this. Oh my god, I can't stand it. Just shut it off, right? It's not sexy. It's not romantic. You don't believe me? Listen to Slash. Slash, in his interviews, he laughs because his wife can't stand his guitar playing. Marshall amps and Les Pauls. Imagine listening to that in your household all day long. Your husband doing that. That's annoying, okay? So, yeah, I wanted to be a guitarist. But then, when I had a band with my high school classmates, we were all playing guitar. And then, like, we found a drummer eventually, and then one of us switched to bass. So we had a band, a working band. And then, eventually, we needed a singer. So no one would step up to be the singer. So I said, okay, I'll try singing these cover songs for us, right? I'll be the singer. So I reluctantly became the singer. But thankfully, I had this choir background, singing background. So I was used to singing. And if you listen to my songs, by the way, you can check out my songs. Just Google iTunes Justin Patrick. You can find my albums there. Download them for only 99 cents. If you listen to my singing, it's not technical. No, it's just, I tried to be technical. I don't know. The bad thing about, because I was insecure back then, right? About my voice. I was like, oh my god, I can never sing like Mariah Carey. But fuck Mariah Carey. I hate that singer. She's just a porky pig with glitter all over herself. And I never liked her voice. But everybody felt, as a singer back then, felt insecure because they compared themselves to her style of singing, or like Whitney Houston or any of these big glorified diva singers. Like, Jesus Christ. And then I hired a vocal coach, expensive vocal coach, and then she would break down my singing and I would feel more insecure. And then she would tell me to sing like this and like that. And I tried her way. I just didn't feel comfortable. It was just like wearing a suit that was 2 sizes too small for me. And if I was going to play my own music in front of an audience and use her style or some other vocal technical style, and it's not me. So you got to find your own style. Fuck technical, okay? I hate technical singers. Oh, you should sing like this. Oh, with the vibrato. Ooh, yeah. Like, no, okay? It's all been done. That's all been done. Find your own voice. So when I sing like this. Oh, I sing like this. It's like, it feels natural. It's comfortable. I don't like, I sing like this. Vibrato. Like, ugh. It just, yeah. Adele, goddamn you. Screw you. Okay? Stop being like them. Find your own voice. And you know what? all those technical singers that I've met in person, vocal coaches or like just like classmates that go that technical route in singing, I was like, oh, yeah, they just lack creativity. They're just like a singing robot, you know? So they can sing, like, for example, they can sing like Mariah Carey covers or Whitney Houston covers, but I asked them, do you write any of your own songs? And they say no. And if they do have a song that they write, or they ask to write, they hire somebody to write it for them. I'm like, oh, come on. You've got one life to live. You've got one story to tell. Why would you hire somebody or outsource that to someone else? Tell your own story, okay? It can be like completely what no one would expect. You know, it doesn't have to be mainstream. That's why Nirvana, it was like, it came out of nowhere. Like, it was complete antithesis of like Celine Dion or like all those, like Mariah Carey. Yeah, it came out of nowhere. It was complete opposite. That's the fun thing. Filthy Frank, my God, he's the most original YouTuber I've ever seen, and he's completely different from every other YouTuber I've seen on this platform so far. Nobody can do what he does, and it's so unique, and I like that. Okay, there's tons of Casey Neistats, there's tons of PewDiePie wannabes, there's tons of, like, you know, yeah, find your own style, okay. Karima Aikidi, hello Justin, you have been missed. Yes, thank you. Angelino, is water wet? Is water wet? I think it's wet. I think it's wet. Yeah, definitely wet. Justin, would you rather delete your YouTube channel or kill your friend? What is this? Why? Why would you ask this? Kill my friend. Because if I kill my YouTube channel, I kill 21,000 people. 21,000 people that are subscribed to my channel. So, the needs of the many, as Spock would say, outweigh the needs of the few or the one. See what I'm getting at? I didn't expect that answer, huh? Hey Justin, you didn't answer my earlier question about getting the legs back up in deep water. The legs back up? The legs back up. Okay, so I'm assuming that you're on the surface when it comes to being on deep water. Okay, so this is you. Okay, so here's the deep water. This is you, deep water. Okay, and you're trying to go into this mode, right? This is what I'm assuming. Okay, deep water, you like this, and then you go like that, right? And think about it. How would you get from here to here? You're going to have to pull. Just pull your body. Okay? Pull your body to the x-axis. So, you're going to have to really pull as hard as you can with your arms and use your lower back to raise your legs up. Get your ass up. That's the only solution. Or, so this is the hardcore way, okay? Or, you can do like the soft way. You can go like this, swim diagonally. So you're basically doing flutter kick, front kick in a diagonal motion. And then you resurface and then boom, you're back up to this. And then you just start pedaling. Start kicking this way. All right? Greetings from Germany, my dear. Oh, hello, Germany. By the way, there's this YouTuber. His name is Jeremy Fragrance. He's from Germany. He's a very interesting guy. I like his style. Because he wears nice suits. He takes care of his I don't know, hair. He's got really hot girls on his show reviewing cologne. So, yeah, I like Jeremy. And he's like, what's up, guys? Jeremy here, back with another fragrance video. Today we're going to review Acqua di Gio, Giorgio Armani. It makes the girls crazy. The funny thing is that the girls on his show, they're just so like, they're just like, I don't, they're just eye candy, okay? They don't really have much to say. They're like, yeah, I like it. No, I don't like it. Yeah, I like it. I'm like, and Jeremy's like, come on, can you give me a more detail of how you feel about this fragrance? What does it remind you of? And she's like, I don't know. Reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. He used to wear it. Yeah. I'm like, if you had to, and like, it's really hard. I can see, like, it's really hard for him to get, you know, a lot out of these girls, because all they do in his videos, they're all like adjusting their hair and looking at the camera like a mirror, and that's all they do. So it's funny watching them. Like, I haven't seen like one girl that's just like really just smart, like smart. It's more like, I'm getting the views. Oh, by the way, check out my Instagram. That's all they want, right? They want Instagram fame, as most girls do. I love your positivity. Go ahead, kill them with your kindness. Kill them with kindness. Kill them with a sledgehammer. I'm not really positive. If you get to know me, the real me, I'm both positive and negative. So people say to me all the time, like, Justin, be more positive. Or, Justin, come on, cheer up. I'm like, no. Why? What I'm feeling right now is normal. Okay? We all have our ups and downs in life. I can't hide that. Like, have you ever met a person that's always positive? I have. They all look weird to me. They're on Prozac, like, hey, everything's fine, everything's good. Oh, stock market's down. Oh, it's no problem. Cryptocurrencies are crashing. Oh, no problem. Positive. Be positive. Be positive. Be good. Come on. Be real. Come on. Drop that facade, okay? We don't need that right now. What we need is a real human being, a real human connection. That's what I'm trying to give to you guys. A real human connection. Yes, I make videos that people don't like. I get dislikes. I get hate comments. I get people like, this guy, Josh123 Lee, go kill yourself, leaving comments like that. Does it affect me? Of course it does. I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. You're not talking to a bot. I have feelings, just like you. People that have millions of subscribers, they have feelings too. Celebrities, they have feelings. Logan Paul, he has feelings. He made a big mistake, but he's a human being, right? And all these people that talk shit about what he did, yeah, he deserved it. Yeah, he made a mistake. Yeah, he should reflect and think about his actions. How he just, treated the Japanese like shit. Yeah, made an ass out of himself. So I don't say to people, be more positive, be more negative. No, just be. Be a human. Be real. Be balanced. Okay? I don't know if I told you this, but my favorite exercise is doing the handstand. If you can do the handstand, no problem. Like, hold up a handstand for like 3 to 5 minutes. You know what I'm talking about. Handstand just is the best exercise in my opinion to learn. Not bench press, not squat, not deadlift. Those exercises target certain muscle groups. But when you do a handstand, Moha, people who are positive every day are fake people. Yeah, they are. They're fake. Come on. Nobody can be positive all the time. Nobody can be negative all the time. If they are, then they've got some sort of medical problem, right? So for me, I'm balanced. I'm just a human being. Natural. So going back to handstand. When you do a handstand, you've got to totally focus on what you're doing. All the way from your fingertips, all the way down to your toes. You've got to control every muscle in your body in order to maintain a handstand. And when I do the handstand, I realize that if I fall over, if I can't maintain it, It's all because of balance. Something in my body is not cooperating. Something in my body is unbalanced. Whether it's my feet, my glutes, my lower back, my core, my wrists, something. Once it becomes unbalanced, everything unbuckles and I fall over. That's a very good life lesson. Okay? You don't have to be positive all the time. You don't have to be negative all the time. You need to be balanced. Okay? When you maintain a balance, what do you get? You get something that is real. Something that is like in the present. Not the past, not the future. Now. Be in the moment. You know, Eckhart Tolle. I never read his book, but I get what he's trying to say. Be in the moment. Many people like you see out in public, that you can see it in their eyes. They're always like they're fixated on the past or the future. They're just not in the moment. They're not in the present. They're not breathing. They're not seeing what's around them. They're on their smartphones. They're thinking about what to do tomorrow or what to eat a few hours later. Like all this bullshit. Like mistakes they made in the past. Things they can't change. No, be in the present. Be in the moment. Balanced. Sunshine, yeah. Right now, what you're seeing is sunshine coming through my window. I apologize for the exposure. Oh my God, sunshine! Too much sunshine! Justin, do not care about haters. Let the dogs bark and keep going. I'll tell you something about Vancouver. Okay? Everybody says this. I gotta change this light. The sunlight's blinding me. Whew. I hope that's better. Yeah, that's better. Woo, much better. Let me tell you about Vancouver. I've lived here my whole life. I was born and raised here. I grew up. I've seen it all here. Okay? People keep saying, like people who visit Vancouver, they keep saying to me, oh, Vancouver is such a nice town. Such a nice group of people. Everyone's polite. Yeah, and you have tourist eyes. You're wearing tourist goggles. Okay, you haven't seen the real Vancouver. Vancouver people are very barky. They bark a lot. If something upsets someone from Vancouver, a local from Vancouver, they say what's on their mind out loud. They lash out at people, no matter who you are. I'll give you an example. Like the other day, I saw this like old Chinese couple at the mall. Like this really old Chinese couple. They're holding hands. They're really old, and they're doing their best to walk like across the street. But this stupid trucker had the nerve to roll down his window and say, "You're not supposed to walk here," blah 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 blah, to them. I mean, come on. First of all, that's very disrespectful because this elderly couple, they're much older than him, obviously. No respect. Second, is there any point shouting or lecturing people? Do you think they're going to listen to you and just change their ways all of a sudden? No, I wouldn't. If someone was roll down his truck window and started yelling and lashing out at me, "You're not supposed to walk here, you know that?" I'm like, oh, thank you, sir, for the kind advice. Like, come on. But you'll see this, I see this all the time in Vancouver. People just lash out, they bark, like, "I'm walking here," like that kind of attitude. Like they that's one thing when I come back from like Korea or Thailand or Taiwan or Japan, over there, people try to keep the peace. Okay, that's the most important thing. Keep peace. Because when you lash out, that lashing out stays with you. Okay? And this is a really good lesson to learn in life. When you lash out at your neighbor, you'll see that neighbor tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. And that guilt is going to carry on with you until one of you moves out. And by the way, I'm talking about you, neighbor, that was screaming at me while I was teaching my student at the pool. You asshole that was slashing out at me, like lecturing me and screaming at me. for no reason. You can be an adult, you can be mature, you can be like, pull me aside and say, hey, this is, I know you're trying to teach, I know you're trying to make a living, but can you try to blah, 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 right? I'd be like, okay, I would listen to that. I definitely would. And I would be on your side. But no, Vancouver people, most of them, they will lash out, okay? If you don't believe me, go check out Vancouver Reddit. My God, that forum is so toxic. You can tell, like, the words that are pouring out of that forum, how negative and just tiny little bubble these Vancouver locals are trapped in, Justin, yeah, okay. What happened to your long hair? How long you mean? I mean, I've had hair down to here before. Actually, I'm trying to grow my hair out now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the cold weather. But yeah, I'm trying to grow it out a little bit longer now these days. And yeah, so you'll probably see it longer than this. And good night. See you next time, dear. And give every day a chance to be a good day. Yeah, good night. So one person asked, or commenter asked, how do I maintain healthy hair? Because he said he was losing his hair. And that's a good question. Okay, I can answer him right now. If you're watching, I'll answer you. How I maintain my hair. First of all, I was born naturally with thick hair. Okay? Every time I go to the barber or hairstylist, when they cut my hair, their scissors break. Because my hair is that thick. Every hairstylist that cuts my hair for the first time, the first thing they say is, oh, wow, you have very thick hair. And I always thought, like, as a kid, oh, God, that's that's not a good thing. But actually, it was a good... I thought it was a bad thing, but actually it was a good thing. Because what they were trying to tell me was that most of their clients or their customers, they had very thin hair. And their hair was thinning out and they were losing their hair. So they saw my hair and they're like, wow, you have such luscious hair. Like, it keeps growing thick and long. A lot of people would envy that, especially people who are losing hair. How tall are you, Justin? 5'9". So, yeah, I have very thick hair. It's very heavy hair. Like, I need to get a haircut to thin my hair out because it's that heavy. When I wear wax and I try to get volume up, at the end of the day, 6 hours later, it just falls apart. Wax, hairspray, gel, none of it can hold my hair up. I've tried to keep my hair up. It always falls down at the end of the day. It's that heavy. So that's one thing. I was just born with it. Second thing is, I watched an interview a long time ago with Christopher Walken. He was like on the Conan O'Brien show. Maybe you can YouTube it. But Conan O'Brien asked Christopher Walken, like, you have a great head of hair. What's your secret? And Christopher Walken, do you know what he said? He said, every day I pull my hair as hard as I can. That's it. So it sounds weird, like it sounds masochistic, but it works. When you pull your hair, I'm not talking about like yanking. I'm like grabbing a whole group of fibers and just pulling as hard as you can. It strengthens your hair and all the dead hair flies out. And this is how I try to thin my hair too. I always grab a whole clump of hair and then pull as hard as I can. Relax, pull. And by the way, I do this while I'm taking a shower, okay? Don't do it when your hair is dry. So I'm in the shower, showering, and when I do my shampoo, I grab a big clump of hair and pull. Alright? And then lots of dead hair flies out, but hey, I still got tons of thick hair. So, but as you can tell, I have these like you can see this receding hairline over here and over here. My previous girlfriends love to make fun of me on that. The receding hairline. Like, yeah, I know. Duh. Well, you're going to get fat and old too, huh? Have you ever tried hair clay? Yep, I've tried it. Gatsby? Yep. I've tried all the Gatsbys. I always go for the strongest Gatsbys out there. Doesn't work. Thunk. My hair is so thick. The only time Gatsby or wax or hairspray works is after I get a fresh haircut. After my hair is thinned out and styled and the hairstylist puts the wax and then hairspray. Yeah, it holds better because the hair is thinned out. pretty like fresh haircut. Yeah, it lasts longer. That's the only time though. Same, my barber says my hair makes scissors though. Yeah, Asian hair. By the way, let's talk about haircuts. Okay, I was in the mall today, and I can tell. It's funny that like I can tell who is like an Asian Canadian and who's just arrived here. You know how I can tell? I just look at their haircut. That's it. Their haircut tells everything. All of these Asian Canadians, they have the same haircut. Like they get the number one buzzer. They get very short hair on the sides. Very short. And they got tiny little like sprouts on the top of their head. All of these Asian Canadians have this hairstyle. They walk around the mall or in the streets. I can tell who they are. They're all wearing that hairstyle. And you know what? I used to have that hairstyle too when I was in elementary school. But then when I went to Korea, I noticed that all of these Korean men, all these Korean guys, they all had hairstyles like this bowl cut. And I was like, why do they all have this bowl cut? And the guy said to me that when Korean guys go to the army, they all have to shave their head bald, you know? You've seen it, right? It's embarrassing for them because they look like Buddhist monks wearing camouflage. So after they get out of the army, or they finish their sentence, they just want to grow it all out. Grow it back. It's like, finally, 2 years later, finally I can have the hair that I wanted, like my luscious hair. It's like a huge contrast over there, you know? All the Korean men, they have to voluntarily shave their head. It's embarrassing. Even the movie stars. So they wear that cap. They walk around. They feel embarrassed, okay? And then when they get out, boom, they grow it out as long as they can. I get it. And seeing both sides, like the Asian Canadian hairstyle and the Korean hairstyle, I like the Korean hairstyle better. It's more natural. I remember when I was in Canada, like when I was a kid, I would get a haircut every 2 weeks just to maintain the sides. I mean, how stupid is that? How much money I spent maintaining this. Okay, you're done, kid. $20 plus tip plus tax. Holy shit, that adds up. But in Korea, guys, they get a haircut like once a month, 6 weeks, and they just maintain their mop top. It's not that hard. You see like Samsung men wearing business suits and they got like mop top hairstyles. It fits the Asian face, in my opinion, getting the mop top look. Okay? So there's a tip for you guys. I mean, if you guys look at K-pop and Korean style and Korean dramas, you look up to these guys, these role models, start by changing your hairstyle. Okay? Change your hairstyle first. Grow your hair out. Oh my god, it's the end of the world. Oh my god, my hair is sprouting on the sides. Don't worry. That sprouting looks ugly like porcupine. Just use gel if you have to. But eventually, it drops down. And then it looks like this. And it looks much sexier, okay? Trust me. Yeah, I used Purple Gatsby today, but my hair flopped over. Purple, I used purple too. Those purple tubs. By the way, every time in Korea, the Gatsby clay that you're talking about, the wax, the spokesperson, like the guy who's modeling for the Gatsby is a Japanese actor, Kimura Takuya, right? In Japan and Korea. So, funny thing is that a lot of Koreans think I look like him. So, I'd be using Gatsby wax and I look like Kimura Takuya, and then people are like, ha ha ha. Funny. I cut my own hair to save money. Yeah, I used to cut my own hair. Didn't work, okay? I tried it. Did not work. Because my hair is very thick. It just needs styling. If you want to shave your head, which is what I did, actually. I bought a buzzer. Electric shaver. I shaved all my hair off once. And it was uplifting. It was just liberating. But then I had to shave it every 3 or 4 days. It was just tiny sprouts would come out. Yeah. It's good if you had to focus on a goal and you really needed 100% of your focus or attention onto something. Right? yeah, shaving your head helps. Okay, it helps you get into that mode, I find. So for me, I was doing an intensive. It was like a Samsung uh, English intensive that I was teaching at, and we were there on campus for like 2.5 months. So 2.5 months we had to teach full-time intensive English to these Samsung businessmen. So for me to focus, to get in that teacher mode, I shaved all my hair off, and the students were like, "Oh, oh, oh." Yep, I was that devoted to my teaching. Okay, I didn't have any time to mess with my hair. I had to wake up in the morning and yeah, start teaching. So yeah, are you going back to Korea? Yeah, I am actually. I'm just planning a date. I'm getting everything set up. It's a very exciting time to be in Korea right now because of cryptocurrencies and the upcoming Winter Olympics. And it's just like, I felt like I need to go back, you know? Here's the funny thing about Korea. If you've lived in Korea as like for a year or more, then you can relate to what I'm talking about. If you've been teaching English in Korea like I have, or like learning Korean at a Korean university over there, you know what I'm talking about. When you're in Korea for that long, for me it was 7 years or more. Okay, Korea, for me, like going to Korea is like getting on a bus and just like, no big deal, right? I know exactly the layout of Seoul in my mind. I have the whole SkyTrain subway map imprinted, tattooed on my brain. I know exactly what to do, where to go, how to survive, where to get housing, how to eat, how to speak this, how to ask this, how to meet this kind of person, how to get this kind of job, how to do this and that, right? It's all in my brain. 7 years. Thankfully, I got something out of that. I know how to survive in Korea right now if I landed right now. Funny thing about Korea is that when you read like Reddit Korea, if you just go to the Reddit Korea and you see like posts or people like commoners that have lived in Korea for a long time, like expats, yeah, they're all very jaded. They're all very, just not very happy, right? And same goes for any kind of expat living in another country. Like there are a lot of people foreigners that live in Japan and they don't like certain aspects of Japanese culture. Same with Thailand, same with Taiwan, same with China. I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. If you are an expat in another country, over time you're going to run into a lot of problems. Things that you just can't accept, or you need to bitch about, or just, oh my God, why do they do this way? Do it this way. It frustrates you. And there was a lot of things that frustrated me about Korea. A lot of things I didn't like about Korean culture, right? For example, the smoking. I don't like smoking. But if you're a guy, the best way to get into groups and circles, networking, is smoking. And a lot of drinking. You gotta drink a lot of soju as a guy. Girls, they get a free pass. You can drink cider or Sprite. But a guy, if you really want to do business, if you want to make the real money, you gotta smoke and you gotta drink. And you gotta whore. You gotta whore. Seriously, whore yourself. You gotta go to these whorehouses. You gotta buy these bar girls. You gotta wine and dine your customers, like as clients. Like, oh God, it's very, yeah. You're saying, oh no, that's not how it is, Justin. This is not what I experienced. I'm like, well, maybe you haven't seen this kind of aspect of Korea. Maybe you were in a tinier bubble. Maybe you just didn't, go beyond your limits, for example, as a teacher or like learning the language in Korea. I get it, all right? But I've seen the good and the bad in Korea. I've seen the good and the bad in Thailand. I've seen the good and the bad in China. I've seen the good and the bad in Vancouver. Nobody who said, okay, it goes back, and it all goes back to balance, right? Funny, ironically, it all goes back to balance. Anybody who keeps saying, oh, Vancouver, good, Vancouver, good, everything's good in Vancouver, or Korea, everything's great in Korea, everything's great, positive, wonderful, oh my God, the food is wonderful. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. They are just tourists. They got tourist goggles on. They're not even there for the long term. That's the tourist perspective, okay? That's not the real perspective on things. I'm gonna head out. See you, Justin. See you later. So, I'm just saying that not everything in Korea I agree with, okay? But, again, it's a pendulum swing for me. And I think it happens to everybody who spends a lot of time in a country that's different. It's like, once they arrive there, everything looks foreign, and they fall in love. It's honeymoon period. And then they get a few months later or years later, they get jaded, disgruntled, they get cheated, they get backstabbed. The country rejects them. They're an outcast. They're a foreigner. They don't belong there. Get out. And then they develop all this resentment, bitterness, and then they leave. And I'm leaving. I'm never coming back to Korea. I'm going back home. Blah, 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 blah. Much better over here. Blah, 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 blah. Everything's much better. And then, again, pendulum swing. They start missing all the good things that they experienced in Korea. And then they start to see all the bad things that they left behind in their home country. So it's a pendulum swing. They go back. And funny thing, ironically, a lot of foreigners go back to Korea. Like, no matter how much they hate it, like the English teaching, like the lack of food choices, like the things that they had to, like group thinking, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's hard to draw the line when you're an expat. It's like, okay, can I do this? Can I smoke? Can I drink bottles of soju with my client? Get super wasted and just go to a whorehouse after and like seal the deal, that kind of things. And you're like, oh, no, that's not true. Justin, that's not true. Like, again, I'm just telling you what I experienced, what other people have experienced that I've spoken to. This is what happens behind the scenes. Okay? There's always something bad that happens in a country, okay? That people are afraid to talk about or talk about it online in forums. So just check out Reddit. Check out Reddit Korea. Check out Reddit Vancouver, okay? Every country is the same. It's good and bad, okay? So for me, it's a pendulum swing. And that pendulum swing, I've been away from Korea for quite a long time now. It's been like a year and a half since I've been in Korea. I'm overdue for a visit again. Check it out. See what's new. See what hasn't changed. There's a lot of good things too about Korea that I miss. For example, makgeolli. I love makgeolli. Soju is gasoline, in my opinion. It's rocket fuel. But makgeolli, I love makgeolli. It's just like milk, protein, and alcohol mixed together, fused together. It's just great. If you don't like soju, try makgeolli. It's great. I love makgeolli. And makgeolli is it's thick. So you don't feel hungry when you eat makgeolli, when you drink makgeolli. Makgeolli is a meal. Okay? It's a drink, but it can be like a meal. And that's what I like about makgeolli. Especially, if I'm drinking with someone else that likes makgeolli, it's like, we share like a common bond. Like soju, for example. Soju is thin, it's watery, right? But you need to eat something with soju. So they usually eat samgyeopsal, like fried barbecue pork, right? Bacon strips, and then panchan and all that. That's a big over-bloating meal, in my opinion, just to enjoy soju. And sometimes you can mask soju with like strawberry juice and all that, or cucumber juice, or whatever juice, okay, soda. Depends, right? Usually girls do this because they can't handle the alcohol content in soju. But for me, I avoid soju entirely because every time I have soju, I get the worst hangover the next day. I puke my guts out. I feel like shit the next day, especially if I have to work the next day. And that's the hard thing about like drinking with students that like drinking soju. Like, my God, we gotta go to work the next morning. Oh God, how are we gonna survive? But a lot of coworkers, Samsung workers, a lot of Korean workers, they do this routine like 2 or 3 times a week. They get pissed drunk with their coworkers or clients drinking soju. So, yeah, if you haven't tried soju, my God, try it once and then you tell me how you feel. Some people, they can't stand it. It's just too harsh. It's gasoline. It's rocket fuel, right? Others, they can be like, yeah, I've seen like foreigners like chug down soju in the streets. It's so stupid. They're killing their brain cells just chugging it down with no food to eat as well. So very dangerous. But makgeolli is just wine. It's wine actually. Makgeolli is rice wine if you're wondering. Korean rice wine. Rice wine. Very good. I love it. I wish I could drink some right now. How about China? It's a great country. China's a great country. A lot of stuff you can do, a lot of stuff you can't do. If you want to get an honest take on China, like the good and the bad, watch Serpent ZA's channel, ADV China with Sea Milk. Those guys, they know what they're talking about. And I can relate to their stories because when they talk about China, I feel like they're talking about my time in Korea as well because I've experienced some overlaps. You know, it has to do with Asian culture, group thinking, you know, collective mind. Yeah, all these things, yeah, it all resonates to me. And some things I could accept, I can do, I can be flexible. Some things I just could not do, all right? I get it. So, yeah. I'm going to end this stream now because I need to go potty. Save your questions for the next stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Check out my Twitch. Subscribe to my Twitch. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Pretty please. I love you for it.